Hi guys. It's been a while. Although I feel like I say that in every one of my videos, because I usually do film pretty far apart. I don't film very often. Um, well, I feel like there's a lot to catch you guys up on. So the last time I made a video was in, I think it was the beginning of August. Um, so you know that I finished nursing school and I I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I do have to take a licensing exam um, before I can be called a registered nurse. So I've been studying like off and on for that. I haven't written it yet, but hopefully I'll write it in November. Um, so overall, the past 3 months have gone pretty well as far as I can remember. Um, in the past few weeks, though, I've been feeling pretty depressed. Right now, at this moment, I'm feeling pretty good. Um, I don't have any of those acute feelings of depression, so it's really nice to finally get a break from that. I've been taking my Paxil off and on. Um, I don't really know why. I don't know if I'm like unconscious or subconsciously trying to sabotage myself in my progress. I don't know. My doctor is not aware of this. So when I take the Paxil, I'm still taking 60 milligrams, so 3 of the 20 milligram tablets. But I take them like once every 5 days usually. On the fifth or sixth day, I usually start to get a pretty bad headache. Um, and by that time, like after when it's been like 5 or 6 days since I've last taken it, I'm really out of the habit of taking the Paxil. So then when the headache hits, I'm like, oh my gosh, why does my head hurt so bad? This is crazy. And then usually at like the end of the day or something, I'll be like, oh, duh, it's because I'm withdrawing from the Paxil because you're supposed to taper off. So um, anyway, that's what's going on with that. I haven't figured out the dynamics behind why I'm choosing to do that. Um, I don't know. Um, but anyway, that could be why. I mean, that's very likely to be the reason why I've been depressed the past few weeks is because, like, it's a known fact that I have like a history of depression that has only been eased by the Paxil. So once I stop taking the Paxil, the depression comes back. But also there have been a lot of life stressors that have really, I guess, given my depression a favorable breeding ground. That probably sounded really weird. Anyway, like I mentioned, that I've been studying off and on for my licensing exam, and that's one of my stressors. Like the studying, it's hard. It's like whenever I study, I have a few different study books, and they're just massive. And it feels so daunting and overwhelming. And, I've been taking like practice tests and everything, and it's discouraging when I get questions wrong. It makes me question if I'll be a good nurse, which I know is not really a valid concern. You can't tell not by getting some of the questions incorrect. You can't. That's not proof that you'll be a bad nurse. It's just proof that you need to study a little bit more. But in my head, like, I feel like, well, if other people got the questions wrong, that doesn't mean they'll be a bad nurse. It means that they need to study more. But for me, if I get the questions wrong, it means that I suck at nursing. So I know that it's not valid. But anyway, it is what it is. So that's a stressor. It's been really stressful being out of school and work it's been about 3 months now. Well, like exactly 3 months now that I've been out of school and work. I'm still working a little bit, and I'll get into that in a bit. But I don't have a nursing job. And some people in my program got nursing jobs right away, even before they had written the licensing exam. They got their temporary license to nurse. And it's discouraging to see more and more people from my class get nursing jobs. One of them has a job at my dream hospital, a children's hospital that's nearby. That's where I really want to work. And she got it straight out of nursing school. And I'm sitting here with very little structure to my days, like almost nothing to do. And I still haven't taken the board exam. I don't have a job. And I know that it probably will be easier to get a job once I pass the board exam, but still discouraging. And I worry a lot about disappointing my parents because they've already given me so much money throughout my university years. And I feel like pretty soon, like probably within the next month or two, I'll need to ask them for more money, because the little babysitting that I'm doing now is, it's not even paying a quarter of my rent. And obviously there's other stuff that I have to buy each month besides just rent. So I really worry about disappointing them. And other life stressors. Like I said, I've been really bored during the days. I don't have enough to do, so I've been just staying in bed all day I've done that many times, which is not good. But it's hard to feel motivated to get out of bed when I don't feel like, I don't know, like when I'm in my depressed state of mind, I just feel like there's no point in getting out of bed. It's just too hard. So there's that. I did get a job with I always have a hard time describing it, and I don't feel like it should be so difficult to describe, but I just have a hard time finding the words. It's a company it's like an agency, and we give like home care to older adults, just depending on what their needs are. It usually usually they have like Parkinson's disease and they need like just a little like extra help around the house, or I have one client who has cancer, and he has like a specific treatment each week, and he needs help at home for a few hours following that treatment. Some of our clients have, like, they've recently had like hip or knee surgeries, or they've had bone fractures, and they're pretty much bedridden at home, so they need help getting ready for the day and preparing their food and stuff like that. So I work with that agency, but not a lot of work has come in. Like, I've only gone to someone's house once, and I was hired in the beginning of September, so 2 months ago. Which brings me to why I'm in my scrubs right now. I was scheduled to go to a new client's house for 2 hours, 5 days a week, starting today. And then as I was like on my way out the door, the person from the agency called me, and she said, the client just canceled. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, I was finally going to have a little bit of structure, and it's in the morning. It's 10 to 12. So it's 10 hours a week. So it's not a lot at all. but it's every weekday, so it's going to give me a reason to get out of bed every weekday. And now she's canceled, not just today, but she's canceled all week. And we don't know yet if she's going to be canceling for good or if it's just this week she's canceling. Hopefully next week I'll be able to go and I'll be able to see her. But oh, the lighting just got a little bit better. Wow. Okay. And yeah, if you guys didn't know already, I use my computer to film because I don't have any like fancy filming equipment, cameras or anything. So however the lighting is, like I usually just take what I can get. I don't know any techniques or anything for making the lighting good, so excuse that, please. Anyway, so I thought that while I had my hair done and a tiny bit of makeup on, I might as well make a video because it's been a while and people have been asking how I've been doing, and I haven't been responding to comments because I've been depressed and yada yada yada. So here's an update video. Was there anything else that I was going to update you on? Oh, in my last video I had talked about how I moved into a new apartment and I was still in the middle of painting. Well, I'm still in the middle of painting. I just lost interest, so now the painting is almost completely done, but I mean, I think I can show you. Yeah, you can see up there at the top I still haven't finished, like up there by the ceilings, and that's the same like all the way around my apartment. And I don't know what else to say. Oh, I had talked about how I was like really anxious about going out, and sorry, I need to figure out a better setup for my camera. In my last video I had talked about how I was pretty anxious about going out and exploring my new area and all the shops and stuff. Well, I've done that now several times. I've gone out. My goodness, excuse me. And okay, can you tell that right now I'm very self-conscious. I'm getting more and more anxious. So I think that I'm gonna go. Did I finish the sentence that I was saying? That I've gone out and explored a lot of the shops and stuff, and I've been out and I've been taking like lots of walks and stuff. So not so much in the past couple weeks because I've been depressed and I've mostly been home, but since the last time that I filmed, I've taken a lot of walks. And I still really like my area. And anyway, yeah, so I'm not a super positive person right now. Oh, there's one more thing that's really been stressing me out and has really contributed to my depression. So I don't think I've ever said this before, but I volunteer with a charitable organization, I guess, that supports young mothers with cancer by providing free childcare, like free babysitting basically, but for kids. So I had 2 regular families that I see every week. So last Tuesday, or 2 Tuesdays ago, no, today is Tuesday, so I don't know, sorry, a couple of weeks ago, the 2 kids from my Tuesday family, they confided in me that their mom and dad both display physically abusive behavior from time to time. So obviously, at this organization that I work with, we take claims like that very seriously, so we didn't have a choice but to call the family services department of where we live, the family services department, and let them know of the claim that was made by the children. The mom was absolutely furious with me, and the volunteer coordinator at the organization, she she was with me every step of the way through the reporting process. And it was actually her who called Family Services. I didn't make the actual call, but I did talk with the mom before I made the call. Or before the other lady made the call, because I didn't make the call. And the mom was furious, and she won't let me see the kids again. And so that was just really, really devastating to me because I love those kids, and I really feel like that family needs this child care support. The mom needs a break while she goes through her cancer treatments. And the kids, I think the kids responded really well to me. They really felt like I was someone they could trust, which is why I think they felt comfortable telling me about the abuse. But anyway, I can't get into the details, and I'm kind of dying to talk about the details because I really want to get it out. But I'm not allowed to. It's confidential, so I can't give many details. But yeah, now I can't see those kids anymore, and I worry about the effect that it's had on them. Because we didn't really get a chance to say goodbye. There wasn't really any closure, because when I left their house last week, there was still the assumption that I was going to be coming back this week, so I just said bye to the girls like I always do, but I didn't, it wasn't like a goodbye forever type thing. And then it was like on Friday or something, the mom called the organization, and she just said, I've had enough of you guys. I don't want you in my life anymore. So I feel really bad for those girls. And that had a huge impact on me this past week because of reasons. Anyway, there's my update. So, bye guys.